fattener, a pitch fattener. You go down 9 cents on the left and up 8 cents on the, or 9 cents on the right, and it actually adds low mid range, especially thinner voices or whatever. It can really fill that thing out. But then when you start placing it in the pan field, EQ them a little differently. You can change timbre and you can give it that, you know. But what I'm going to do too is I'm probably going to every part I want to do like 3. I'm going to do the Mutt Lange thing. I'm going to do the air part and then we do the air voice part or whatever, so that you can hear the sibilants and the attack that aren't exactly right, but they're right enough that you've got 4 incredible singers that are just hitting it every time. And you know, that was one thing that, you know, Journey was good about, was they did. I mean, Ross Valerie, Neil Sean, you know, they're on there. And Jonathan Cain especially, if you've ever heard their live vocals, man, Jonathan Cain is doing. You know, he's doing, you know, the separate world, separate, you know, worlds apart, separate ways. He's doing that thing underneath, you know, Steve, and it's pretty amazing. Of course, they did for a long time. They had multi-track syncs. I mean, the good years with Steve Smith, he couldn't play to a click. That was one of the reasons that Steve didn't use him.
Steve Smith didn't play to a click.
It was a click thing?
Yeah, that was the main reason they didn't do Raised on Radio with Steve, because he couldn't play with the click. And Steve even tells us, you can find it on YouTube, he says, I actually had to go to school and learn to play with the click. He says, now, obviously.
I love his playing.
Oh, dude.
His Tom stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it just has such a character.
Yeah.
I saw them a few years ago. It was I was preparing for the Chicago gig, and they were on a ship in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
It came on.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I had seen them with Steve Smith again. And man, they're playing those tunes. You go, there's the groove.
That's
there's
it.
The feel.
That's it. Because he's got ghost note stuff, and he plays sometimes traditional.
He's a weird
grip.
drummer. He's like Stuart Copeland.
Well, yeah.
He's his own thing.
Yeah.
And
right?
he's completely changed his style and came back to something completely different.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah. And you know, he actually, if you're a friend of him on Facebook, he actually videos he's got a deal with Zoom, and he actually videos his drum solo. There's like 50 drum solos on Facebook and on YouTube where he videos his solo, and you actually hear his acoustic kit, so you see how he nuances.
Yeah.
You know, when he hits that's the thing he does, is when he doesn't hit hard like on Faithfully and or not Faithfully, but what's the other one that Someday Love Will, you know, he tunes that snare down and he doesn't really smack it hard.
Yeah.
But those drummers, especially jazz drummers, they know how to get tone out of a drum without slinging.
Yeah.
And you can find him do that finesse and stuff, or all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because all the early Journey stuff, like actually the most amazing stuff, like the live stuff of, there's one in Japan where they do Worlds Apart Separate Ways, where Steve Perry is better than the record. And Steve Smith is obviously the drummer, and then you see the live Houston, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, live in Houston is pretty
Every
great.
song is substantially faster because it's live. You know, they groove it, and they just kind of gave it to Steve, and he would count it off. There are no background vocals, you know, there. Yeah. It was only after, obviously, Raised on Radio, that was the big thing, to where they had stacks and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, with Arnell being able to cover, you know, all that stuff too. So they still trigger stuff too, which is you know, Jonathan Cain has kind of got his MIDI world that he kind of knows what to do. And then that tech guy that is his right hand man, you know, and then every band Pro Tools every live show, so that if there's somebody sick the next night, they just, you know, they air it, you know. But it doesn't happen very often, because they really do. The thing about those cats is they bring it. They bring it every time. And if it's only if he's got laryngitis and lost his voice that they
kind of wish we went to see Taylor